Hello dear YouTube viewers, I'm XNick, streaming again with this new deck. As in a recent video I mentioned, I wanted to try the Invocation of Saint Traft. It's a powerful aura that can enchant some of creature, and the set creature then spams 4/4 white angels creature tokens when in combat. So nice feature, but the problem with this aura, it's a bit expensive, and if you spend your mana and your card in a creature and the creature dies, then you lose the effect. So I thought that a nice creature to land this kind of expensive spells on is the Elusive Tormentor that can transform into the Insidious Mist that has hexproof, indestructible, and can't block and can't be blocked. That is a very important aspect. But alongside with the Mist, we are running a number of other unblockable creatures, such as the Benthic Infiltrator and Mind Melter. This is a very powerful creature, happens to be able to force the opponent to discard one hand from his hand or her hand. Then we also run little nice synergies going on here. Let's start from the beginning. Thriving Turtle, a very nice pet that can save some vital points from the early game, and it's nice. It may be later we sacrifice the turtle, but it's usually going to provide us with energy that we might be using for fixing our colors or even doing some damage, maybe. But it's a very powerful creature for just one blue. Then we have one copy of Sinister Concoction. It's having this on board, it poses a threat for the opponent, so it kind of works very good with these other discard effects, or rather we should say exile from hand effects, since if both are present, then the opponent has to choose the lesser of two evils with both on the play. Then Death Weight, enchanted creature gets -2/-2. One black removal spell can most likely kill small creatures, but also can shrink very big opponents. All these enchantments and aura are going to have some synergies. For instance, Swarm Senior Artificer. Whenever we cast an aura, equipment, or vehicle spell, we draw. Very good addition from either Revolt for just 2. Wolf Infiltrator, giving us the looting effect, so whenever this one deals damage, we get to draw and then discard a card, a looting that we would like to have here. Also, this has Skulk. It's going to be able to hit the opponent, since it can be blocked by creatures with greater power, so can get in fairly often. And if we happen to discard a creature, we also gain a 3/2 token that could help us in some situations. Also for looting, the Smuggler's Copter, a very powerful card that has already been banned from standard gameplay, but we can use it, but only 2 copies. And we get to, well, it's a nice artifact creature. When we crew it gives us the option to draw and discard, and it's a 3/3 flyer, very powerful for just 2 mana. Slap Hammer, well, an enchantment, an equipment that can be equipped by 2, costs 2, a bit expensive, and also this one, to have something useful to do for us, we have to return a land from the battlefield to our hand, but later on we are going to be using Revolt, so this is going, if we say yes to this effect, we are going to get Revolt going on. And for our Revolt cards, we also have the Call for Unity, so our creatures gain +1/+1 for each counter that this one gets, and this one gets counter if we got Revolt during our turn. Also, we run the Emeria Shepherd, at least 1 copy, but whenever a land enters the battlefield, we get to recover a permanent from the graveyard. That means that our enchantments, in case we lose them, we can bring them back from the graveyard. So Very interesting stuff can go on with the slab hammer, but it's going to set us back in mana, but most of the time we should be fine if we are careful with this one. Conviction, this is an aura, but has the ability to be returned to our hand by paying 1 white, and the enchanted creature gains +1/+3. So this is a very cool one to enable the revolt effect. Hidden stockpile, full 3 copies, because this is very good in this deck. It's an enchantment, and if we got the revolt, we gain a 1/1 token. It's called a servo artifact creature, and also we can pay 1 and scry if we sacrifice a creature. Blessed Spirit can become powerful, but I think this card is going to act as a decoy and eat opponent's removal spells. It has flying, so might get large and hit the opponent for a lot if we manage to defend this one from being removed, but I don't think that's going to be likely. Instead, we think the opponent is going to be trying to kill this one really hard, but then we are going to have the Oromancer that can bring back our enchantments from the graveyard. Benthic Infiltrator, a real threat in this deck, since it cannot be blocked. It has 4 toughness, so it's hard to kill with direct damage, and happens to have ingest, so it exiles cards from the opponent's library, but that's not the major benefit for us, but it's still nice. Mind Mental we already discussed. It's a 2/2, so more damage than the Benthic Infiltrator, but having less total life, it's more exposed to direct damage. Imprisoned in the Moon can enchant creature, land, or planeswalkers, then set permanent loses all the properties it had and becomes a land. So this card is really cool. I think there's many tricks we can do with this card, so but in this deck it's going to act as a removal, especially for planeswalkers, but there's so many tricks we could imagine with this card. Then the next card we haven't already seen, Captured by the Consulate. I've never cast this so far, but it looks cool, so we're going to be trying it. So the enchanted creature that is not controlled by us can't attack, and whenever an opponent casts a spell, if it has a single target, change the target to the enchanted creature if able. So that means that if we have this on play, then the opponent is going to have a hard time trying to kill our creatures. Then Faith Unbroken, a very decent aura, giving +2/+2 to the target, but also happens to exile a creature the opponent controls when this enters the battlefield, as long as this is on play, so can act as a removal. And Necromantic Thirst, the creature enchanted, whenever deals combat damage to a player, it's going to let us bring back a creature from our graveyard. So it's expensive, but since we are going to be looting, I think it's worth, and our creatures with unblockable are going to have a easy time triggering the Necromantic Thirst, as long as they don't die to some removal spell. Call for Unity, if we get to activate it, it's going to be really cool. Then finally the Deep Fathom Skulker. If we get to resolve this one, it's going to give us a very serious card advantage, since whenever a creature we control deals combat damage, you may draw a card, and also can choose a target creature to be unblockable for 1 turn. So this is the deck. Also, we are running 1 copy of Westvale Abbey, since at some point we might find ourselves having lots of tokens. Rogue's Passage, just in case we need more unblockable going on. And Warped Landscape, an odd addition to a deck like this, but since we have the Emery Sheffer and other revolt effects, I think we might be using this. Also helps us fixing our colors. So In paper this should work. I have already played a few times with this, but I made some minor modifications, so let's go ahead and try to see how it performs. There are too many cards that I would love to add to the deck, but of course we also have to balance the cost, the curves, the variety, and fit everything in a nice 60 card limit. That of course is the lower limit, but we never want to go above. So let's see how it goes. So provided we stay on board until the late game, we should have our victory. We have 3 lands in hand, and this one can be used to find us some basic. So maybe we keep this. We play first. There's not much going on. Okay, it's a risky hand here, but we are going to try to pilot this. I think we are going to have to wait some time until we get to play something decent. Yeah, a slow hand, but if we resolve these 2 creatures, we should be good. Opponent going with blue and some artifacts, maybe some additional colors up there. Alright, let's drop these other planes just in case. 2 of these should be very worrisome for the opponent. They can stop a lot of punch, and if they hit the opponent in the face, the opponent loses cards from the library. We also have this. We are not going to be able to enchant vehicles if the opponent has something of the sort. We take 1 and no more plays from there. Alright, copter. Let's play the landscape. We could. The sure thing to do here is to go ahead and look for land just now, but having the copter out, I think it's going to be nice. Okay, since the opponent is going passive here, let's assume that we have time to play the copter and wait until we open the warped landscape. If we have this on play before activating the warped landscape, it's going to be really good, but we should not be waiting for that to happen too soon. We take another hit. Opponent with 3 blue mana open. That could be some counter spells that could be bad for us. So well, it's an artifact, yes, Persua, 4/3 flyer, and forces the opponent to bring an artifact to the owner's hand. Alright, no options for us, so let's move away from here, pass the turn, and we are going to search for our island next. Opponent has to bring 1 artifact to his hand, and it's certainly going to be the cheapest one. Cheaper. 4 mana. This is getting more and more scary for us, but since the opponent's going for just blue, I think we could survive here. Alright, 4 to the face, and quite possible the opponent replace his creature. He was thinking that we might have some spell that could kill this Persona, but now he knows that we don't, or at least that we don't want to cast that. Let's search for our blue land. Oromancer, still too soon. Let's go with this. Now we have the option to crew the copter, but I think we should wait here and try to defend with the copter. Maybe later we bring back some creature or enchantment. Okay, the vial gives the opponent a draw and can prevent our copter from stopping the Espresso. And now these two cards, the Alchemist Vial and the Espresso, are a very important combo. So at least we can force the opponent to destroy the Alchemist Vial here. No attacks. What's going to happen here? Well, this is certainly strange. So the opponent withdrew the attack for some strange reason. Maybe he just doesn't want to get rid of the vial. Let's see if he has some sort of surprise. So here I expect him using the vial to prevent the copter from killing this Prosoa. It's just disperse, a tempo play, and we take 7 more damage. Well, at the very least the opponent is tapped. Well, it turns out that we are mana screwed here without black for us, and the best play is actually to drop the Smuggler's Copter here and hope for the best. Also imprisoned in the moon. Well, that one too could also be a play to get rid of the Espresso. And if the opponent has another disperse, we are on the same spot. Okay, and what is it going to be now? Well, black mana, you failed us. So the opponent is thinking something. He could win this turn, quite probably. He just needs to send his Persoa. Our only hope is to block with this Copter. And he can prevent our Copter from blocking. Yeah, same old stuff. We try to block, but still we could try to hit here. Come on. Alright, finally. Very smart. There you are. I'm amazed by the smart of the opponent. Alright, so admittedly my mulligan was really bad. I got punished by a bad choice at the very beginning of the game, and now we meet the sour defeat. Let's go for another grand, and this time we're going to find a very nice and impressive deck. Oh, come on, this match is going to be awesome. Maybe it's the same opponent again? Could be, but it's not too likely, is it? I think it's a different opponent this time. Alright, this one looks much better because we have already the option of playing SRAM plus the conviction from the very beginning. So I think we wait with the Evolving Wilds on hand for a little bit. Now rush into playing the Evolving Wilds, and our opponent goes for red, maybe? He's using Chandra's Lips. It's blue. We have to watch out for that. Jace and red and blue. So we could be against a mill deck that can hurt us. If the opponent is playing Planeswalkers, that will be really good for us. So let's risk it. Go SRAM, and if SRAM survives, then we can use the conviction right with him. Then we have a combo with these two cards. This one gains counters over and over with the conviction, if we can afford the mana to do so. Is there some black spell that we might want to use soon? At any rate, we have the Either Have if we need black mana for next turn, but in our hand we don't have. So black is 2 in our opponent's deck. He dropped the Glimmer of Genius. Let's see how this goes, and no response from the opponent, and we have the Call for Unity. Let's play the Either Have just in case, so we have the option to return the conviction to our hand if trouble looks out of the window. Alright, 3-5. This is cool. And Imprisoned in the Moon. Let's see if we can maybe take away Jace. I'm not sure if that's our best choice. Alright. Fatal Push. Whoa. Whoa. At least we got back our aura. Okay. So Fatal Push, you say. So opponent most likely is running lots of removal. He already has 4 cards there, and once Jace transforms, he can activate the Fatal Push once more. So, and we cannot cast this and the conviction on the same turn. So let's just drop this and see what happens. Counterspell? Alright. So opponent already has 5 cards in the graveyard and about to transform Jace. And we are about to Imprisoned in the Moon set Jace. This one gives the opponent an additional mana that could be problematic, but having a Jace around is worst, I guess. Or that. So what are we going to do here? Well. I think this one needs to be out. Wandering Ephemeral can deal serious damage to us now, but soon we are going to have the Call for Unity. Jace is growing out of proportions, and I think we need a creature ASAP so we can take down Jace. So cool. Our only creature that... such a waste, but not much else we can do here. Let's go with this. Black for real. Now I don't think that we need to play Conviction just yet. Continue, and the opponent, it's going to cast this, and which one? Glimmer of Genius. All right. Fair enough. Five, 6 going to come against us really hard. And once Jace gets to 9, it's going to be very problematic. But now he's going to shrink the Aromancer. No, what is he going for? Fatal Push? What is he going to kill? Well, this one happens to cost 3, so that was a huge mistake. What's going on? What should we discard to our graveyard? Okay, let it be the Call for Unity. Thing in the eyes, okay. So our opponent runs the Dark Intimations. We have to sacrifice creature or planeswalker, then discard. The opponent gets to draw and bring back something from the graveyard. My Mind Melter, I like this one. Can't be blocked. And we can put this on it right away. And also now we can force the opponent to discard something from his hand or bring back this aura in case that's necessary. And we can, if this one is around, we can play the Invocation of Saint Traft on it. Yeah, you should not be playing your cards so easily. Also, if we drop the Deep Fathom Skulker and send this to attack opponent's face, we draw some card. Okay, no point in blocking this yet. What should we do? This one, it's cool since we gain the tokens that can prevent this one from hitting us. Okay, this is going to be 6. Okay, let's go for it. Let's see if the opponent has something to stop this from happening. Nope. And unlicensed disintegration. Bring back this at the very least. Okay, we play this one, hidden stockpile. If the opponent flips the thing in the ice, I think it's going to be bad for him somehow. At least we have one blocker. And what about now? More of this. Yes, he wants to... What this? You could win with the... that's such a mistake, opponent. You should have used unlicensed disintegration. Okay, goodbye conviction. Come on, you can kill us. Alright. So smart, opponent. Okay, I think the opponent is net decking that deck I already seen somewhere else. Let's go ahead and do another game. We lost fair and square against a deck with much more control than ours. Yeah, but if we had found the mist, things would have been much different. Since that one has hexproof, is indestructible. So I think if that were the case, then the opponent was going to run out of options against the Insidious Tormentor. Can we assemble that nightmare at some point? The hardest part is that the Insidious Tormentor has double black in its mana cost, and the enchantment is white and blue. Okay, looks playable. Let's keep it. We can spend our energy to get this out on the Sinister Concoction on turn 1, but I don't think we have such a rush to use that. So let's slowly go towards this one. We can play the planes and the captor, or maybe it's better to have the Ether Hub and the captor. Okay, so it's quite possible for us to loot on our next turn, thanks to the Bendic Infiltrator crewing the copter. Opponent just playing land and renegade map. This land entered tapped. He's also playing ring. Slaphammer later. Let's go planes and Bendic Infiltrator. A crew, it's going to happen, and we are going to decide what we want to throw away. So we are looking after the Tormentor. Another Ether Hub. We already have too many lands. I don't think we need more Ether Hubs, but okay, let's ditch the Ether Hub. Doesn't matter too much. I think with just one we are fine, but I might be wrong there. forest. So opponent with 2 open mana. He apparently plays tapped lands and is having some problems there. Okay, the Tormentor finally has shown up. What to do here? What to do? What to do? If I cast this now, we cannot save her if the opponent has a removal, since we're going to find ourselves tapped down. Let's go with this crew and try to have some more options. So a nice enchantment. Okay, swamp, we're about to go searching for that. What to throw away here? Okay, more lands. No, let's get rid of this concoction that we might regret later, but we can fetch this from the graveyard quite probably later on. So let's play this and the slap hammer, and for some reason I equip this now on this. Okay, that kind of tells the opponent that we don't have a play for 2 that we want to use against his empty board, but this is now threatening 3/4 during our attack. Okay, Oath of Liliana forces us to sacrifice our guy. So I think the opponent is going after more planeswalkers, given the Oath of Liliana. Now let's play our swamp, our elusive Tormentor that is ready to transform, but we still are going to hit the opponent with the powerful capture, and maybe we have something that we can want to use now. Yes, gives a plains. Okay, plains or Rogue's Passage or plains. Three to the face, and now I don't think the opponent's going to be able to kill this one. It takes another Oath of Liliana to kill this one. He could have one, but we are not going to worry about that. We need to win. If we don't play stuff, we can't win. So even if we lose this now, it still was the right play to do, given our hand. Out of Chandra, dealing 1 to Tormentor. Does the opponent have anything else there? One planeswalker, making a 0/1, and the opponent also receives a 2/2 zombie token. So, do we transform the Tormentor now? Well, the Copter is going to be able to hit this guy, so not need to transform her. Oh, this is really cool here. Boys, watch this. Hidden stockpile. Crew. We are going to get some hit from the opponent. Do we equip? Yes, please. Okay. And hit our Nissa. before it gets out of control. Bring back the either half. Yes. Whoa, 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 whoa. Yes. The either half, if we replay this one, we gain another energy. I think that's fair. Look at this. We can be bringing back Sinister Concoction, so much stuff. How can we need to get to 7 mana here. That's the issue with using the slab hammer. But now we have our own servo token. Another Nisa. Oh boy. Makes land alive. Okay, we stop this one from happening. More tokens, more lands. Still can't play the Emaria Shepherd. We can actually kill this one by spending all our mana. I think it's doable. We have to equip this guy. We have to discard something. Let go the drowned catacomb. Oh no, now we don't have enough mana. Misplay. Let's get planes out. Hit here. I think this was a mistake, but we are going to do it anyways. Yes, and bring back the planes. Well, at least we got our 1 token. Let's hope that's enough. We can crew the copter. Oh. These oaths are so annoying. Okay, now Nisa, it's going to make one of these alive. Okay, here it comes. This one should stay on defense, quite possibly. Let's see how the opponent moves this time. Okay, let's crew. And I think we kill one of the tokens here. Loot, yes. Oromancer, I like the Oromancer. Goodbye planes. Now Chandra deals 3 against us. Another Oromancer. So we can transform the Mist mid-combat. 4/4 plus 2/2. kills Ejani, but then we have to deal with Nissa. Okay, it's not going to be easy here. Let's attack here. Confirm. No blocks are available. Yes. Bring back some planes. Okay, so we should be offered to transform the Insidious Mist. Yes. Okay. 6/6 once again. Drop the planes. And what now? We just continue. One less planeswalkers. So we've gotten rid of 2 planeswalkers already, but our life total is looking very bad. Here comes another one, but the opponent has the option to have just one of them at play at any given time. So dropping the land now is going to be a mistake if he does not do the +1 beforehand or any other of the options. The caravan. Okay, let's see what happens now. We have 5. Crew this one. We still die because now this is going to flip and then Chandra's is going to kill us. Yeah, Oath of Chandra dealt too much damage to us. It doesn't matter what the opponent does now. We lose anyways. A second one. Come on. 2 of those. Just to show off. Alright. We can do this. Just to scry one. Just if you want to BM, do it. And dodge 1. What? Doesn't... Oh, this only does 2. Ah, I was mistaken. Okay. Play this. Confirm. Yes. Play this one. Alright, this should stay on defense, and by using this we gain an additional servo token. Might still be on the game here, but we have to pay 1 life to do this. That's so disgusting. Other options to send this token against this guy, or not actually. Let's try to kill this. He blocks with this one. Bring back this. Oh, 1. Boom. Now we can move this around, but it's not going to help us too much. We have 3 blockers. now, and hopefully we can stay on board one more turn, but it's not very likely that it's going to happen. Oath of Nissa. I think the opponent should have played that one before. If he did not play this, he could be using Chandra right now. I still can. Well, speaking of bad plays going unpunished. Okay, let's concede duel. So Oath of Chandra is going to kill us anyways. Let's go with another game. So, what have we learned so far? Yeah, that we probably the slap hammer, we should be less. It's too greedy on the early stages of the game. So, in the last game, the slap hammer, apparently it was helping us, but in reality, it was slowing our mana development. This hand's too slow, I guess. This is slower. This is going to have to do the trick. Do I want this stockpile on play by 2? Okay, let's try it. Let's go for it. See what the opponent does. Anyways, having this out is not going to do much if we decide to keep it. So tapped land, white, blue. I think we can wait. Yes, definitely. We are going to open this by the end of the opponent's turn. So we can play the stockpile and get a token out of the second evolving wilds, get our blue. Or no, I think we go for the plains with this. Yeah, plains, then Ireland. Captured by the consulate. Wow, same colors as ourselves, maybe? Telling time, a nice spell, lets you look at your next 3 cards and bring one back to your hand, one on the top of the library. And I forgot to open this, but that was actually good for us. Okay. Here we go with a swamp, because why not? Maybe we find another one of these. We only have this Mind Bentler and it's going to have to wait to another island. We can cast the Oromancer, or maybe if we find another land, we are going to use the capture by the consulate. Okay, and opponent has counterspell mana. Let's try to attack with the token here and see if something strange happens. So far so good. Let's look for an island. Now it's going to be the time to do it. Oromancer is like our backup plan, so no need to rush. And that's it. Opponent discarding due to hand size, so apparently he got mana screwed after telling time. Whoa. That so this one card lets you select your cards and planar outburst. I think we are looking at another Planeswalker deck. Let's drop this. Yeah, this is a good option. Swing for 2. Our opponent's going to have to kill this, and if he tries to do so, we can at least scry 1. If this remains alive for our next turn, we can start forcing the opponent to exile cards from the hand, and since his mana is screwed, we should find juicy targets with the Mind Melter. Even if he plays a 4-drop, that means that his other cards are very powerful, so a single activation of this one is going to be of great value for us. Yeah, opponent leaves the game. Let's stay here. Anguished Making against this. So if we let this one resolve, opponent loses 3 life. But I think we like to scry something. Just to the top you go. Alright. Attack for 2. Another one of these could be excellent, so let's scry 1 and see what's next. Alright. And it's a Necromantic Thirst. Well, we could return the Mind Melter. Okay, and we have other cards going on. Okay, let's drop this. The Oromancer can bring back our stuff from the graveyard. And then we can bring back the Oromancer with this next aura. And wow! What are you doing, man? What is this deck? Right, Faith Unbroken. Confirm. I think we can safely scry and see what the copter is going to bring for us before we attack. We don't have lands to cast this one, so let's move that away. Hit for 4. Yes. This we can cast. Let's throw away this one. All right. Let's cast this one. Yes. Let's get some value. Oh, broken concentration. Okay. We still got our Servo token. Opponent still playing nothing. We have another Oromancer. That's just great. Let's see. Another counterspell. So this deck is so lame because it runs removal and Ulamog. What else is going to do? Okay. Crew the Copter once again. Do we save mana for the concoction? Not really. Let's see what's next. Land we can use. Yes, and ditch the Faith Unbroken, because I'm expecting to use the Necromantic Thirst to bring back our things from the graveyard. And if we find another white source, we can start using the Conviction to gain tokens. But I don't think the opponent's going to survive that long. Gideon. A real token or just +1? Okay. Death weight. Not that good. Oh, a mosquito. Mosquito trying to kill me. Okay. Let's put this one here. Crew the copter with the other one. Scry using the tapped one. And our next card is okay, that could help. So we keep it. And we swing for 4 more damage. Against face, yeah. Now we are not worried about Gideon actually at all. And death weight goes away, and we are going to bring back the Oromancer that has been sent to our graveyard. So even if this token dies now, we can probably bring back the Necromantic Thirst. We can remove any opposing creature. Opponent has Abyssin mana, but we can kill her with the concoction anyways. Okay, this is not going to do much. Okay, skip the blocking. We are not going to die for taking 5. Planar Outburst. Whoa! So scary. But now the opponent has tapped. And we... Oh, I wanted to do everything. Yeah. Okay. Okay, finish the opponent, and just because we're going to kill our own Oromancer, and goodbye hidden stockpile. And we sent an Evolving Wilds to our library. Okay. No, goodbye island. Alright. So we won, but our opponent's deck was not good, to say the least. Or he got really mana screwed, but that's too many counter spells. And he had to pay more mana for the counter spell that we did for our spell. That's a bad business. Let's see if our next opponent is quick, and it's going to be the last one for this time. I'm about to leave for some days. I'm not going to be online for some time, so that's the reason that this is a little longer than usual, but not my longest one. Okay, now we could assume that we are going to see white creatures and perhaps some red with emphasis on tokens. But that's just a guess. Waiting for players to join the match. Let's see, our turn. We play first. We only have 2 lands. Nice cards, especially the Hidden Stockpile and the Scepter Mentor. But we need the lands. Cool. This is doable. 2 or more basics. If we want Swamp, we have to start with the Prairie Stream, and no point into casting this so fast. But maybe we want to start with the stockpile before Swamp here. Opponent using Fertile Thicket to put the mountain on top of the library. It's a slow start unless you're going for landfall. Now the swamp, so we can play this. And now if the opponent plays a cheap creature, we can do Swamp and Deathweight and have the token from the Hidden Stockpile and draw a card. And if he does not play a cheap creature, we go for the Blessed Spirits, or we play a second Hidden Stockpile. Now where's your Reclamation Sage? 2 of these together is awesome, since we duplicate the tokens each turn. We just need to do the activation once and it's going to be majestic. So technically we could start right away with the plan. Oh, even better. Evolving Wilds. Let's get the party started. What do we have here? Let's get the swamp just in case. We already are going to receive 2 tokens. Let's go with the Blessed Spirits for the mana efficiency. This one could die, but we still have our tokens, and this is a very good start for our deck. In the following turns we can just sacrifice one of our tokens and duplicate them on every given turn, and this one is not scary at all. It dies to the Deathweight. Okay, tokens. Alright. Opponent might have some pump up spell, but we're going to try to finish the McKinley's Light Runner with this. Let's see if this works. -2, -2. Is he going to be able to save this one? No. We get the counter for the spirits. We can kill this Nissa off. Revolt is already enabled. Fog, okay. Fog saves Nissa, but she's going down next turn. Go Copter. Not looking bad at all. What would you play if you were the opponent at this stage? So Nissa cannot really, well, he probably want to use the -2. He will need some very powerful board clear here. Well, instincts goes okay. Not really a bad move from the opponent, but still it's not going to be enough. Let's play this. So we have, okay, this comes untapped. This is going to be here. Crew. Okay, we want to kill that Nisa. Yes, we do. Since the opponent might have more fogs. So let's go here. No, I mean, how can we force the opponent to kill one of our tokens? Okay, let's do this, 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 and this, and this. So we could be drawing up to 4 copter. Yes, please. Give me lots of cards, please. Up to 2. If the opponent blocks like this, it's a bad idea since we now gain 2 more tokens. We still draw 2 cards. Yes, please. Yes, please. Double Wharf. That's really cool. And now the opponent will love Chandra's Ignition and some way to make this one larger, but I don't see it. Okay, if this guy was out when the opponent uses the Nisa's Pilgrimage, that's good, but it's not going to happen. Alright, so with the copter we can draw and discard, but do we need to do so? Not really. Opponent might have found another fog. Let's drop one of these. I think just one of them should be good. And attack with everything. Not SRAM, but all the other guys should be good. Opponent could have something to kill the Phantom in combat. Draw, discard this one, and pay 2. We get a token with doing this. Okay, just this. Okay, here comes the pump up Titanic Growth. So this one is about to die, so let's sacrifice, and we find the land. No, don't need that. Okay, move on. 2 more tokens, please. Oh, that's nice. And it's a revelation. Scry 5, then he can gain life and draw lots of cards. A very cool spell. A bit slow for my taste, but in this situation could save the opponent. It has Omnath. So he gains 5 life. Is that going to be enough for the opponent? He needs another fog to survive this stuff. Oh boy. Cool. What are we going to do? Let's crew you. And here we can safely attack with everybody. Yes, give me another land. Yeah. Goodbye, Sunken Hollow. What you gonna do? Lots of damage coming at you. This one is a 3-2. No, where are you? Where are you, 3-2? Ah, here. This is an awful token. Ugh, what is this? It has no head. What is this? The head? We don't know. Okay. Opponent at 3. Yes, give me another shot. Oh, Necromantic Thirst. A little late to the party. But let's play this. And this one, and kill one of our tokens. And Faith Unbroken to the top. Continue, and now Call for Unity. Gains 1 counter. And everybody is much stronger now. Whoa. We can cast Necromantic Thirst over the Dwarf Infiltrator, but since this one is not actually unblockable, the Call for Unity is a bit against our intentions with this. It says Revelations. If the opponent finds Ulamog or the Metal War Colossus, gains Revenge, draws 8 cards, gains 5 life. Is that it? Whoa. So he can... No, he did not find the fog that he was looking for. Let's take a peek, and now he has to discard lots of cards. Let's see what happens next. And so we take a look at the opponent's deck. Goblin Arsonist. What? He had forests. Oh boy. Okay, who wants +2/+2 from you guys? We draw another card thanks to SRAM. Oromancer. Exile the token. What can we... Can bring back the Death Weight back to our hand, or use Necromantic Thirst here. Yeah, pretty goldfishy game this one was. Forgot to activate the copter, but probably not necessary with this attack. Alright, so this game felt like I was bullying our opponent, but at least we displayed some of the strengths of the deck. But what remains to be seen is actually the real purpose of the deck. that means to cast our nice Invocation of Saint Traft over the elusive tormentor, and that's going to have to wait for our next video. I hope you have enjoyed, and I'll be seeing you not so soon. I'm going to be offline some days, but I'm going to be back at some point in time. Until next time, I hope you have enjoyed. Don't forget to leave your comments, and sayonara.